Talk Politics with Ewing. Subscribe.
After watching this video, I'll present to you facts and let you decide which is truth or lies by yourself in the comments. Watch.
But you are no different from the other politicians who jump parties. You were a governor in APGA, moved to PDP, and then now, when it didn't seem as if you could get the ticket in that party, you moved to the Labour Party.
Well, I'm different. The difference is that when I see things not going the way I think it should go, I move on. I would rather do the right thing and lose than do the wrong thing and win. That's why I'm different.
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section. To the next video.
These lawmakers would tell me that they didn't know about this padding in this budget. Everything from these lawmakers have been fraud. Tax law, fraud. Budgets, fraud. Everything, fraud. They know. Oji, the question you should ask yourself is, why is that church project went to Bende? Who is from Bende? That's the question you should ask, Oji.
Yeah.
Why is that the mosque project went to Zaria? Who is from Zaria? You think they don't know? You think it's today they've been padding this budget? Everything, fraud. Rubber stamp assembly, fraud. But Shebi, when we asked one of them yesterday, he started campaigning for President Tinubu. You think they don't know? They said, I don't have details on it. All I just want to say is that President Tinubu has done very well. We know. But look at it, Oji. So it's a systemic pattern. Oji, the question we should ask is, the reporting is not even complete here, because what about the ones they hid that you will never see? Oji, Ministry of Livestock was seen building projects, church projects. Most of the parastatal were seen doing one constituency project or the other. Oji, till date, 8.8 trillion. If not because of our World Bank, we will not know that extra budgetary spending was made. 8.8, they've not given us line by line item today. They will put these things in the budgets. The sad part, Oji, is that they're not even funding it. If they were funding it, we would say that the budget is moving. Yesterday, that's why I was talking about the Taiwo Yedeli or something. The video that is there, how Mungunu was threatening Senator Mungunu that you are not been funding us. 2025, not funded. Yeah. So they put this thing, they line it out, they take it out of our budget. This is the discrepancy that has been going on. There are many they have hidden there that you don't know. That's why I say the budget, fraud. Yeah. Anything that goes through them, fraud. What's it called? The tax law today, we don't even know the one to believe. Till today, the Senate said, we will look into the matter and investigation about the one they released and the one. Has the Senate giving you a report today? Has the House giving you a report today? Some people representing the people. Oji, next year we'll talk about this issue again. You remember when we were talking about budget padding? Since the time of Jubrin, we were talking about budget padding. How many years is that? That's close to 5-10 years. And they'll be padding it. They will pad it. They will pad it again next year. They are already padding the one for next year. Oji, you didn't even talk about the World Cup. World Cup. They had World Cup that we didn't go into the budget.
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section. To the next video.
For another program.
Okay.
Now to politics. With a diplomatic bombshell, a Washington-based lobbying firm hired by Atiku Abubakar under a 12-month, $1.2 million contract says it has begun submitting over 60 pages of U.S. Department of Justice records on President Tinubu's 1993 drug trafficking forfeiture case to members of the Trump administration, Congress, and senior congressional staff. The firm says many U.S. government officials were previously unaware of the DOJ's allegation and intends to bring them to Trump's attention, particularly ahead of Tinubu's planned meeting with Trump at Onga in September. The documents allege that between 1988 and 1991, Tinubu opened and controlled multiple U.S. bank accounts used to receive and transfer funds alleged to be proceeds of heroin trafficking, resulting in a 1993 civil forfeiture settlement of $460,000. Now, the president has consistently denied wrongdoing, and the Presidential Election Petition Court ruled in 2023 that the petitioners failed to prove any criminal convictions. But Nigerians are reacting online, and I'll take Temi Tokwe's post on X. He wrote, President Trump faces more serious allegations on a daily basis. This will easily endear him more to his Nigerian counterpart. Atiku is only fooling himself. Meanwhile, Nigeria is ripe for strengthening its treason laws. While Miguel wrote, just imagine Atiku invested that $1.2 million on any poverty alleviation programs in Adamawa. But he chooses to waste that huge amount of money in chasing the ghost for a man who has been trying to run the country for decades. His biggest strategy is still running to the US for help. He expects a whole superpower to drop their global issues just to read a 30-year-old civil court case file. Someone needs to tell him that foreign politicians do not hold the keys to the local ballot boxes. Your thoughts?
That last commentator cannot be more correct. Now, we have been in this issue, this red herring of civil forfeiture, this and that, every election cycle. I think it started as far back as shortly after the 1999 election, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the governor of Lagos State. Since then, these documents have shown up during every election cycle in which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been involved. And the resolution has been the same at the end of the day. The most recent being the 2023 general elections in Nigeria, when petitioners, I think it was Mr. Obi at the time, went to the Presidential Election Petition Court to say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as candidate of the APC, should have been disqualified because he had a matter in the United States. This is the same thing that the ADC, right? That's the party of
ADC.
ADC, yes.
Atiku Abubakar. That's the same thing they've gone to exhume. The same basic material facts about heroin trafficking, forfeiture of $460,000, and then they are going to Donald Trump. Von Basten, that's the name of the PR firm that has dragged this up again. They are talking to Trump. They are talking to Department of Justice. They are talking about a freedom of information disclosure by one lawyer at a certain time. Just the same story all over again. Just to make a few points. The first is, I don't think anything will come out of it because we're dealing with two different jurisdictions here. And that particular matter, no matter how it was resolved in the United States, has not even been registered in Nigeria. So you can't just go and exhume something without following the due legal process. That's one. Number two is that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is spending over $1.2 million.
Yes, $1.2 million.
$1.2 million to go and hire a PR firm in Washington. Now, we have PR firms here in Nigeria that are also doing very well. We have the Institute of Public Relations. We have distinguished public relations experts. Now, a man who wants to rule Nigeria, if he is giving out business, why doesn't he encourage the PR industry in Nigeria? There's nothing that Von Basten will do, whether to dredge up some material or to lobby in Washington, that we don't have people, PR firms with even international connections that they cannot do here in Nigeria. That's the second point. Right. The third point here is that people are saying Trump should take a decision on Nigeria. It's not Trump that will come and determine the outcome of 2027 election. And I think that it's some kind of unpatriotic pitch to think that, if you blackmail a candidate in the Nigerian election, then Donald Trump will step in and say, this is what I want in Nigeria. Those who want to rule Nigeria should also respect the sovereignty of Nigeria and not go and lobby outsiders to come and embarrass Nigeria. The fourth point, and I think I can stop on that, is to say that the 2027 general elections should be determined by the Nigerian people. Whatever material fact anybody wants to protest, whatever present, whatever campaign anybody wants to push, let them do it here in a very competent and robust manner, and let the Nigerian people be given the opportunity to make an informed choice.
Right.
Nobody should dictate to Nigerians. Nobody is going to say you must vote for Tinubu by force.
I know everybody
You
wants
should
to
be
speak,
able
but
to make your choice.
it's just a sentence from you,
Just a
Rufai,
sentence.
because you have spoken.
Just a
but-
sentence and the question.
Just-
Dr. Abati, why didn't you also slam the federal government for going to employ American PR firm? Why didn't they employ?
It's the same
PR?
logic. It's the same logic. We have a PR industry here that is thriving.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
We have experts, too. We have experts here. I'm sure you all know
We
some
do, but
PR experts here.
Yes, I
We
know,
need
but-
to, yes,
but
we do
I
a balance
think-
review, just quickly.
Going to waste
US
public
lobbies
funds
is
and
a different-
good resources.
It's a different.
Plenty more.
I don't think he has a right. He's within his rights to pursue this matter, and I do think that this matter of the forfeiture, like Dr. Vata said, has come up a
was
number
not
of
a
times.
criminal convention.
Yes, it wasn't, but it's just the way that and the low level of expectations when it comes to leadership recruitment that we have that will sweep things like this under the carpet.
All right.
In any country, you would want to pursue it to the last. However, having said that, as a patriotic Nigerian this morning, I do think that we have to get to a point. And when I was talking about aid the other day, they say, no aid. But I say we should not collect aid, but any small matter like this, to go and report to President Trump. Somebody comes to go and report to President Trump. Wait.
That's why
So,
they're giving you aid.
yes, what he's
They
saying
sold
is
your
that
life,
what he wants to
Nigeria.
do is, from what I see, is to cause embarrassment, especially because President Tinubu in 2 years is going to hunger and would meet with President
he did
Trump.
the same in the 2023
yes, but it wasn't fruitful. So he knows he will not be fruitful. He got to the Supreme Court. But what I'm saying is that this is not just about Tinubu. It is the office of the president, and he represents every single Nigerian.
Okay.
My concern with this is that in pursuing political interest, do not drag the whole country into disrepute. Unfortunately, or whatever reason, he is the sitting president, and whatever we think we want to embarrass one man, it is a gross embarrassment to the nation of Nigeria. And I don't think that we should carry every matter and go to the United States in this neo-colonialism to come and intervene and say, oh, do this. No, we're giving too much
All
power
right.
to the United States at
All
this
right.
point.
Well said. Thank you.
Now, here's the fact. Now you know the fact, right? Decide what the truth or lies for me in the comment section.